Today we'll be talking about 10 myths related to autism. Myth number 1. Females or girls do not get autism. This is not true. If 1 in 100 children from world suffer from autism, the females also have a ratio. The boys suffer more than girls on the ratio of 4:1, but females also suffer from autism, though much less compared to boys. Myth number 2. Everyone's experience with autism spectrum disorder is same or similar. Again, not true. This is not true that all children or even adults suffering from autism spectrum disorder have the similar or same experience. The experience matters or differs a lot depending on multiple factors, including the severity of the disease. So this is not true. Myth number 3. Autism spectrum disorder children suffer from intellectual disability. Not true again. Only 25 to 30% of children with autism spectrum disorder can have some form of intellectual disability, but rest of 65 to 70% has normal IQ or sometimes have much higher IQ. So this is not true again. Myth number 4. Autism is caused by bad parenting. Again, not true. Bad parenting is not the cause for autism. The cause for autism are multifold, like environmental factors, genetic factors, biological changes in the brain while child is in the womb, but none of them is related to bad parenting. Myth number 5. Autism is linked to vaccine. Autism is caused by vaccines. It's a very, very important myth to burst. It is not true at all. Autism is not caused by any vaccine. It has been proved beyond doubt in multiple studies. There's only one study which created doubt, and many years ago, around 30 years ago, it created doubt. But it has been proved again and again that no vaccine till now has caused autism or causes autism. So please do not be scared. Please get your children vaccinated properly. It's very, very important to prevent very important diseases, death and mortality in children. So please get your children vaccinated. Do not worry about getting autism because of vaccination. Another myth which people talk about is, or sixth myth I'm going to talk about today, is poor nutrition causes autism. Not true again. Most of the autism starts before the age of 2 years, and by the time the child is mostly breastfed and has some small diets starting, but it is not caused by poor nutrition. Again, as I mentioned before, it is caused by multiple factors, mainly genetic, biological and few environmental factors. Yes, some autistic children do benefit in cutting down sugary foods, and certain gluten-free foods help them, but they are not in self a cause of any autism. Myth number 7. Autism children or autism people are non-verbal, that is, they do not communicate by speaking. Again, not true. Yes, many children or people suffering with autism can have delayed speech or may not have proper speaking language, but many autistic people, as they grow up, learn good languages and speak and communicate very effectively. So this is not true at all, that everyone who suffers from autism is non-verbal. Not true at all. Myth number 8, that people with autism cannot form relationships. So coming from the myth number 7, as we know that not all autistic people are non-verbal, similarly autistic people can form very beautiful and meaningful relationships throughout their lives, and there are many studies and many life examples showing that. So it is not true at all that all children or people suffering from autism cannot form relationships. They can form very deep and meaningful relationships. Myth number 9. People or children with autism suffer or have violent behaviors or violent tendencies. Again, not true. Yes, these children can suffer from some frustration, or they are very sensitive to noise, lights, and people around them sometimes. So they can become very frustrated and can get angry. But by nature or because of the disease, it's not that they are violent or aggressive. Not at all. If you know how to deal them properly or how to handle them, how to give them proper environment, they are not at all violent and very loving people. Myth number 10, and very important myth again, that autism can be cured. And if you go online, there will be a lot of magical treatments or a lot of maybe so-called experts guaranteeing by this stem cell therapy or some magical treatment, some magical herbal remedies, or something that autism can be cured. Autism unfortunately cannot be cured, but it can be managed. And child with autism, if we start the work on the child early, when the child, and if we first detect the child at an early stage, maybe by 2 years or 3 years, and start rigorous therapy and counseling of the family, how to handle the child can grow up to a very beautiful, effective, productive adult. So though it cannot be cured, the child when grows up into an adult can still have some bits of autism, but the child can become totally functional and effective depending on the level of severity of the disease. So though it cannot be cured, it can be managed effectively and beautifully if we detect the illness early and if we start treatment appropriately. So I hope these 10 myths has been busted in your mind. You're not scared or not worried or too anxious about this. We all know that autism is happening in 1 in 100 children. So one should not get scared. But what is important is to detect this illness early and start treatment on time. Thank you very much. This is Dr. Vishal Chhabra from Fortis Hospital, Shalimar Bagh.